Hello everyone, my name is Una McGurk and I'm a candidate for the European elections in Ireland South, which will take place on June the 7th. So please don't forget to vote for me and give me your number one if you live in any of the 10 counties in Ireland South. So today I want to bring to your attention some information about matters you most likely are already aware of, but about which you might not know the detail. So here it is. Did you know that when a person presents at Dublin Airport border control for asylum without a passport, they are recorded as a refusal of entry to remain in the country? Irrespective of this, when they subsequently, without prosecution that is, present at the International Protection Office in Dublin, they are provided with a temporary registration certificate in the absence of a passport or ID. The International Protection Office takes the information the asylum seeker provides them with at face value. The International Protection Office then issues a temporary registration certificate on the basis of the information supplied by the asylum seeker. The asylum seeker or applicant can then apply for a PPSN number and a public services card, which is a de facto national identity card, based on their temporary registration certificate at the Department of Social Protection. We all know that the Minister for Justice, Helen McEntee, lied when she said that all and any criminal checks are carried out on asylum seeker applicants as part of the international protection process. They are not. The finger checks that the IPO conducts are against the Eurodac system to ascertain whether a person has applied for asylum in another EU member country under the Dublin III regulations. It has been established that no criminal checks are in fact carried out on asylum seekers. Well, how could they be when we do not even know the true name, date of birth and country of origin of the overwhelming majority of asylum seeker applicants who have entered our country having destroyed their passports and ID? Ireland is the most geographically isolated island in Europe. It is simply not possible that the vast majority of asylum seekers enter Ireland as the first country of entry. Yet the state has persistently refused to apply the Immigration Act and/or the Dublin III regulations and return the applicant to the EU first country of entry. It is clear that the state's mass immigration policy has utterly and completely collapsed. We need solutions now to stop our country from descending into chaos with a breakdown of social cohesion. The state is imposing mass immigration into cities, towns and villages throughout Ireland against the wishes of the overwhelming majority of Irish people. The state are designating IPAS centres without any due consideration of the legal requirements to consider public interest and public order before allocating accommodation, and are therefore not applying the law. We need action now, and we need MEPs who will put the interests of the Irish people first and reclaim our sovereignty from the clutches of the EU. Ireland is at risk by the failure of the authorities in charging and prosecuting asylum seeker applicants who are clearly abusing the immigration system. Did you know that under the Immigration Act there was only one single prosecution for those arriving without passport or identity documents between 2019 and 2023 with no conviction? As a result of political pressure now, there have been about 100 prosecutions so far this year. However, it is too late. This is just an illusion of taking action once the horse has bolted. How many have been prosecuted? We now have more than 500 asylum seeker applicants entering Ireland every week. How many in 2024 entered without passport or ID? How many have officially been recorded as refusal for leave to land? How many temporary certs have been issued on false information? There is something terribly wrong with Ireland's national immigration policy when asylum seekers are being rewarded for flaunting the law. There is also something terribly wrong with our asylum system when a government minister, namely Roderick O'Gorman, can tweet in 8 different languages information about how our asylum system works and offering own door accommodation in 4 months, and yet still he has not been made accountable. Did you know that an Irish woman walking home last Wednesday night in Churchtown in Dublin, having got off a Luas stop, was set upon by a young male migrant, allegedly from Syria, although he arrived with no passport or ID, having attacked her, knocked her to the ground and bit her lip and her face. We do not know where this man has come from, his country of origin, or if he has a criminal record. He has now been refused bail pending further prosecution. This is another example of an attack that should not have happened. If the Irish authorities were applying the law and refusing to allow these undocumented male migrants from entering the country. How many more attacks on Irish women do we need to have for people to wake up to the shocking and shambolic immigration system? Now, the next issue is, what can we do about it? And what is the solution to all of this? Stay tuned, subscribe to me, and join me in part 2, where I outline a number of solutions to this problem. So see you on the next one, which will be in the next day or two. God bless until then.